Hey family, welcome back to Intuition. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the coronavirus and why you guys should take it seriously. Stay tuned. Alright, so I want to start off by saying that I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope that you guys are all following current protocols to help mitigate the spread of this virus and to help us to get back to a healthy status. So today we're going to answer two questions, and before we actually dive into solving the problems, I want you guys to guess what the answer is. If you take a look at the CDC's website, the CDC states that there have been a total of 7,038 cases of the coronavirus in the US, and there's been a total of 97 deaths as a result of the virus. So based on the numbers given from the CDC website, let's see if we can answer this question. Okay, so the question states, assume that the probability of infection upon contact is 10% and that on average, each individual comes into contact with 4 strangers on a daily basis. How long would it take for the entire US population to become infected with the virus? The US population is approximately 330 million. Okay, so first thing, let's make sure that we understand the question. The first piece of information that we're given is that when you come into contact with someone with the virus, your chances of contracting the virus from that person is 10%. Now we know that in reality, it's not the same chance of contracting the virus for everybody. In fact, older people are more likely to become infected, and immunocompromised patients are more likely to become infected than young, healthy patients. But let's assume that on average, we contract this virus at a 10% rate from a carrier. And we're also assuming that on average, and we're also assuming that without quarantine, the average person comes into contact with 4 strangers on a daily basis. So that's 4 potential people that they can actually give the virus to. But remember, there's only a 10% chance for each of those persons, right? So how do we go about calculating the total number of infected patients? Let's take a look. We're going to write T for the total number of people infected with the virus. I'm going to write that as capital T. And we know so far 7,038 people in the US are infected. So that's 7,038. And each of these people, as they come into contact with other people, will spread this virus, right? So the total number of people who are going to be infected after a given period of time will be equal to these amount of people times themselves, right? Times 1, because these people are still going to be infected, plus they're going to spread this virus with 4 people on a daily basis, but only 10% of those people will become infected. So that would be 4 divided by 10, right? You have 4 people, 10% of those 4 people, that's 4 over 10. Okay, and this is going to occur on a daily basis, and this is going to repeat itself, right? This is going to repeat itself. These people will remain infected. They'll infect other people. Then these other people, along with these people, will continue to infect people, and so on, right? So this is going to occur on a daily basis. So we raise it to the power of D, and D stands for the number of days. Okay, so this simple equation here will tell us the total number of people who will be infected with this virus after a certain number of days. But in this question, we're saying how long would it take for the entire population to become infected? What is the total population? The total population is 330 million. So we're going to plug in 330 million for the total number of people infected. So I'll write that as 330 million. M for million. And that would be equal to 7,038 times 1 plus 4 over 10 is 1.4, right? 1.4 raised to the D power. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to solve for the number of days. How many days will it take for this to happen? For 330 million people to become infected, how long would that take? Let's get rid of this 7,038 from this side. So I'm going to divide both sides by 7,038. So 7,038 divided by that, and then on this side divide by 7,000 38. On this side, they cancel. And when you plug this into your calculator, what do you get? You have 330 million divided by 7,038. What does that equal? It equals 46,888, right? 46,888. Okay, and then on this side, you just have 1.4 raised to the d power. So that's 1.4 raised to the d power. Now we're ready to solve for our d. The issue is that the d is an exponent. How do we get rid of an exponent? We use the inverse of the exponent. What's the inverse of an exponent? Log, right? So I'll take the natural log of both sides. So you have natural log of 46,888. And when you take the natural log of this side, the d comes in front. So you have d times the natural log of 1.4. Okay, now to solve for d, we just divide both sides by the natural log of 1.4. Okay. Okay, so on this side, the natural logs of 1.4 cancel. And then we plug this into our calculator and we get our d. When you plug this into your calculator, what do you get? You get d is equal to 32. So 32 days. So probably the closest answer is 1 month. So what does that tell you? That tells you that if we do not implement a quarantine system, if we just continue to go about our lives like we usually do, within 1 month, everybody in the country will be infected with the virus. So it's very important for you guys to actually stay home, listen, follow the current protocols. Even though you might not be sick, doesn't mean that you are not able to spread the virus to other people who might become very ill from getting this virus from you. So just because it doesn't affect you, doesn't mean it won't affect other people. The proof is in the math, and definitely follow protocol, stay home, and don't spread this virus to other people. And with that said, let's go on to question 2. Question number 2 states that if the entire US population becomes infected, how many people would die if the mortality rate remains the same? It says that to assume that the death rate remains the same. Well, what's the current death rate? Well, 97 people out of 7,038 died. What does that rate equal? So the rate, call that R. The rate is 97 people out of 7,038. When you plug that into your calculator, what do you get? You get R equals to 0.014 approximately, which is 1.4%, right? .4% of the total amount of people who contract this virus will pass away as a result. So if the entire population becomes infected with this virus, what will be the total number of people to pass away from this virus? It will be 1.4% of the population, which will be equal to 1.4% of 330 million, right? And what does that equal? I'll call it MR. Will be equal to 0.014 times 330 million. And when you plug that into your calculator, what do you get? You get MR is equal to approximately 4.5 million. Okay, and the answer is B, 4.5 million. So we're basically trying to save 4.5 million people. Even though you might not realize it, you're saving lives, 4.5 million lives. So I hope that this exercise was eye-opening for you guys and that you have a better understanding as to why we implement a quarantine system, help prevent the spread of this virus. So continue to hang in there, continue to follow the protocol. We'll get through this together. Keep watching, keep learning. As always, be easy. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.